Hey guys, this is Bassman. Um, this is my first YouTube video. I'm going to be playing Smite, mostly uploading 1v1s. Occasionally, we'll be uploading some gameplay with my friends. What you're seeing now is the first video that I streamed. In the video, I don't talk much, mostly because I didn't really have any viewers. So I'm playing 1v1. I am Medusa. This guy is playing his Bologna. So just a little quick background on me. I have put in probably at this point over 800 hours into Smite. And, now is the time I feel like I think I can stream. I think I can, share some knowledge. I can give some tips to people if they feel like it. But right now I just want to record and start putting the material out. So right now I am looking through what I want to build. On Medusa, I like to go Bluestone Pendant first. Her Acid Spray, her 3, is phenomenal. I didn't realize also before I recorded this that the video actually blocks out my build on the right side. It doesn't do that on PC, which is normally what streams. So you're seeing me go up. I've put 2 into my 3, my Acid Spray, and I've put, 2 into my 2, which is my Acid Spray, and then I've put 1 into my Dash, which is my 3. I'm coming over. I always grab, I guess it's called Wrath. I would refer to as Hog. It gives you good lane pressure or not good lane pressure. It gives you good buff control. You can take the camp with ease early in the match, and especially in this sort of game where I'm going up against a melee attack god. Oh man, I suck there. If he gets onto you and he sticks to you, you can just use the Wrath and boom, get him off. So that fight right there, he came on. I used my Dash. It doesn't interrupt the bludgeon, but it does stop his movement, and it sets him up nicely for those Viper fire-up shots. Forced him out of lane, got good lane pressure. We're going to back. I decided to wait for tier 2 of Devos. I'm going back to lane, dash out, of course. He, at this point, is back in lane. But, I have red buff control. I'm coming up here. I notice he's not in lane. Oh, pops out at you. So that Bluestone on that Acid Spray does such great clear, and you're clearing probably, a level or 2 earlier than you normally would be. So he's got his blue buff, so I do not have double buff control. I'm going over to make sure he's not taking mine. He's not, so I'm going to just at least take minis. At this point, I've got enough into my 2, or into my 1, which is my Viper shots, that it'll do decent damage. I drop it, come over here. We're gonna clear out lane. He's disappeared over by red. I don't know why. Red's down. So let's go back over. We will take blue down and then get back into lane. Alright, he's coming to contest. We get the stun off on him. He gets me, but he uses his Wrath on me. I think I landed 2 of my Viper shots there, and that will just absolutely drop him. Alright, let's get back up to lane. Alright, now once again, let's finish off our lane pressure. We're going to go back. We'll finish off Devos. And I honest to God can't remember what the heck I did after. Okay, yeah, I started building towards Ninja Tabi. Grab a couple mana pots, get back to lane. Normally in regular game modes, I like to go Transcendence on Medusa. I find her to be a great ability. I don't want to say ability-based hunter, but her abilities do a lot to benefit her. There are gods maybe like Apollo where, he's got a Mez, which doesn't really help him in clear and wave. His 1 right now isn't buffed, so it's not, for a while doesn't help him clear. Her, between her Acid Spray, which clears lanes so phenomenally, and her dash, which has an anti-heal attached to the hit. Alright, I just whiffed. Alright, hit 1 of 3 there, and at least didn't waste the other shot. As you see there, I mean, such good clear. One more, if I add the extra damage from fully built boots, that'll finish him. Alright, we're getting into this fight. Oop, ignore that popped shot. So she's running, and I'm chasing. I kept thinking she was gonna cut over, she just wouldn't. And that one was online. She's just a little faster than me. I don't have full boots, she does. At this point I realize I'm never gonna get over there in time to stop her back. Let's get up here, let's maintain lane pressure. I still have my Wrath. I can kill this lane. I see we go for red buff. At this point also, Bologna went second item into breastplate. I agree that, physical defense is important, but second item, she's really hurting herself clear-wise here. You see she's got to use her bludgeon, and that doesn't even clear for her. She's got to come up here and attack me. I'm not too worried about that right there. Boom, I get a nice little poke off, a little bluestone proc. She's going to go over to red, find out it's not there. Now, this is the item I don't understand. I have played 2 Bolognas in the last 2 days, and neither of them have built Ichival. Ichival, for those of you who don't know, stops the or doesn't stop, but when you hit successively on an enemy, it actually lowers the amount of damage they do. It gives you increased attack speed, 10 flat pen, and then it lowers your enemy's damage for hitting them. That is exactly what you want if you are a warrior facing up against a hunter. And twice now they've passed on it against me. Now the 30% attack speed, I hear he's over on the blue buff. With this 30% attack speed, the 10 flat pen, 29 stacks into my Devos, I realize, you know what? I can just take it. So he comes over, he's going to stun me. Line up, get out. So that is my normal move. Unfortunately, minions got in there. Medusa, her ult is rather predictable. If you see it coming, it's got a long wind up. It's a cone-based attack. You can kind of, logically predict it. I'm pretty sure I die here. Yep. Minions got me. Minions OP, yo. Oh, hey. Here's a Twitch ad. So, at this point, yeah, I'm dead. Alright, so now I'm going to go through. I finish off my Ninja Tabi. Alright, let's get going. I'm listening right now. It sounds like the audio is a little janky here. Hopefully we can get that fixed as time goes on. I don't really have the money right now for better recording equipment, so I'm kind of depending on Twitch for what I've got. Alright, so right now we're rocking Bluestone, we're rocking Devos, Ninja Tabi, Ichival. This is a great boxing build right now. There's nothing Bologna can do to stop me. I got it. Even though she killed me, it cost her too much. Alright, cool. I'm going to get a couple shots in here. Man, this audio is all sorts of messed up. Alright, we've taken down the Phoenix. Or no, we haven't taken down the Phoenix. Sorry, I looked away for a second. So I've got minions coming in. Bologna's just sitting back there. At this point, I kind of figure she's just given up. I don't know why. The last fight went her way. She killed me. But at this point, I'm just going to go. I want to establish. I want to not establish. I want to maintain buff control. I'm over here. I'm going to take this out. And we're just going to Move along. Alright. Bologna's up. Now she's moving. Again, this is... I'm not sure, because... waiting makes sense to get your buffs, or waiting makes sense if you're going to wait for, you know, an extra tier of an item or something, but to wait and let me kill your Phoenix, which gives me bonus gold, and now, you know, I'm 3 levels ahead of her, I've got a second relic, you know, I'm into physical defense now, and she doesn't have the boxing potential she needs. She doesn't have attack speed. She doesn't have Frostbound. You know, she's struggling in a lot of ways to clear these waves. So, I'm just gonna... You know, I know she doesn't have beads, so she can't deal with an ult for me. And I'm pretty sure one's coming soon. So, again, yep, she turned her back, so no effect. Now I'm just gonna lay poke in on her. She has Breastplate of Valor, so she's not really taking as much damage. I don't have a lot of pen right now, or even a lot of damage for that matter. Devos isn't fully stacked yet. We get in here, we're gonna lay on some Damahe. Alright, she comes out. She does her best, I guess, to try and clear. At that point, I saw she had 2 tiers of Odysseus' bow, and I was just so confused. You know, if you're going into that tree, again, I thought it would be Ichival. And instead, you know, I'm sitting there and she's rocking Oboe. So she uses her Wrath. She's going to get away, but there's no point chasing her. No point. I can lay more onto this. All I'm doing also at this point is hanging out. I'm going to get as much poke onto that Titan as I possibly can. And I'm just going to wait her out. I'm going to wait until, you know, I get enough poke and until this Phoenix comes back up again so I can take it down. At that point, I'm planning on back in doing Fire Giant and then basically having enough to come in and end this game. Phoenix is almost back. She is coming up and she is boxing hard now. Oh, I wanted to say something about that earlier, but there's one harsh whiff on an ult. I hit it there. I end this game immediately. I missed it, but it was right before the Phoenix came back. So we're just going to continue on. Finish off Breastplate. Again, unless she gets some serious pen and attack speed, that's all I really need to handle a good box with her. I'm going to build towards Executioner to help deal with that Breastplate. A lot of times you see people go into Kinsai, which gives you 10 more power, but 10 less attack speed, and the passives differ. I find Kinsai to be much more effective against gods that have stacked health, particularly mages and guardians that have gone into Warlock Sash. Alright, I popped my 500 pot. We're going to come over here, we're going to do it. I should at this point have enough attack speed. You see I'm pretty much melting through it. So it's down. The Titan's really not regenning health. Bologna has been pushing her wave up slightly, but you know, between the damage of the fire minions, the Ichival, and just overall the ability to box her, I'm pretty sure she's behind me, and I find out that she's not. But she just didn't take advantage of literally having my back. Pop it, boom, we got her. We hit a couple successive shots. Clear the wave. At this point I figured she'd just surrender because it's in the bag. She doesn't. And we end. Guys, I hope you liked the video. And hopefully we'll see you around. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, guys.